Welcome, dear students. In the previous video, we learnt about the Sunga dynasty, Indo-Greek kings, Kushana kings. In this video, we'll know about the Gupta dynasty, the Vardhan dynasty, powers in northeast India. The Gupta dynasty. The end of the 3rd century CE saw the rise of the Gupta dynasty in North India. The Guptas remained in power for nearly 3 centuries. Sri Gupta was the founder of the Gupta dynasty. Samudragupta and Chandragupta too were the notable kings of the Gupta dynasty. Samudragupta, the expansion of the Gupta empire, began during the reign of Chandragupta I. His son, Samudragupta, defeated the small neighboring kingdoms and extended the empire further. In his time, the Gupta Empire spread from Assam up to Punjab. He had also conquered the eastern coastal region up to Kanchi in Tamil Nadu. Due to these victories, his power came to be recognized everywhere. As a result, kings on the northwestern frontiers as well as those in Sri Lanka made territories of friendship with him. A pillar inscription at Prayag describes Samudragupta's conquests and victories. This inscription is known as Prayag Prashasti and also as Allahabad Prashasti. He was an expert veena player. He minted coins which had a variety of images engraved on them. In one of them, he is seen playing the veena. His name Samudragupta is engraved on it. Chandragupta II. After Samudragupta, his son Chandragupta II ascended the throne. He extended the Gupta Empire towards the northwest. He also won Malwa, Gujarat and Saurashtra. He established good relations with the powerful Vakataka rulers in the south by giving his daughter Prabhavati in marriage to Rudrasen II. There is an iron pillar at Mehrauli near Delhi. It has not rusted even in the course of the last 1500 years. It is an excellent specimen of the metallurgical skill of the ancient Indian people. The inscription on the pillar bears the name of a king called Chandra. It is on this basis that the iron pillar is assumed to be of the period of Chandragupta II. This period, the Bauddha bhikkhu Fa Hing came to India from China. He has written an account of his travels in India. For his writings, we learn about the efficient administration of the Gupta emperors. The Vardhan dynasty. With the decline of the Gupta power, many states emerged in North India. The Vardhan dynasty was one of them. Prabhakar Vardhan was the king of Tanesar near Delhi. The Vardhan dynasty was founded by him. His son Harshavardhan expanded the Vardhan Empire up to Nepal in the north, up to the river Narmada in the south, Assam in the east, and Gujarat in the west. He had cordial relations with Raja Bhaskarvarman of Kamrup, that is, ancient Assam. He had also established friendly relations with the Emperor of China and even sent his ambassador to the Chinese court. The capital of Harshvardhan's empire was Kannauj. Trade flourished during his reign. He spent a large portion of his revenue for the welfare of the people. Every 5 years, he would distribute all his wealth amongst the people. The court poet Bhanabhatta wrote Harsha Charitra, a biography of Emperor Harshvardhan. His text provides information on the life and achievements of Harshvardhan. Harshvardhan had become a follower of Buddhism but gave generous patronage to other religions too. He wrote three Sanskrit plays, Ratnavali, Naganand, and Priyadarshika. The Buddhist bhikkhu Yongchong had come to India from China during his regime. He travelled to all parts of India. He stayed at the Nalanda University for 2 years. On returning to his homeland, he translated many Buddhist manuscripts into Chinese. Powers in Northeast India. A story in Mahabharata tells about the marriage of Arjuna and Ulupi, the princess of Manipur state in East India. The state Kamrup emerged in the 4th century CE. It was established by Pushyavarman. His name has been mentioned in the pillar inscription of Samudragupta at Allahabad. Many inscriptions of the Kamrup kings are available. The epics Mahabharata and Ramayana use the name Pragyajyotish for Kamrup. The capital of that state was Pragyajyotishpur. Today, we know it is as the city of Guwahati in Assam. In the book Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, Kamrup is mentioned as Kirathiya or the region of the Kirat people. The Kamrup kingdom extended in the Brahmaputra river basin, Bhutan, some parts of Bengal and Bihar. During the reign of Kingdom Baskakarmavarman, Yongchong had visited Kamrup. In this chapter, we learned about the different kingdoms in North India that emerged in the period after the Mauryas. Similarly, we also learned about the situation in the northeastern part of India during that period. In the next chapter, we will get acquainted with the kingdoms of the south of the same period. Thank you.